we are joined by, well, myself, Steve and Lydia, joined by directors of Miro, Pete and Ian. Welcome to the video.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No worries. So, what we want to do is put together a couple of questions from the team, discuss with our directors what it is they do, what it is they can help us with, and where they see digital as an overall going in the future. So to start with, we've got a couple of quick fire questions to get them warmed up, get them into it, because you might not tell, but this is not their everyday. They're just naturals in front of the camera.
What are you saying?
I didn't say anything. So a couple of quick fire questions. Pete first, how long have you been a director at Miro?
Coming up to 5 years now. So 2018 I joined and merged my agency, which was PPC, with Miro Media.
Nice. And Ian, same question to you.
20 years, funny enough.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, 20 years, I know.
Yeah.
It's quite a long time, but it's all been fun.
Excellent. Next question. Ian, go to you. What's your specialism?
Specialism is more the technical end of what we do. So I suppose the codey bit, the nerdy, geeky bit with regards to what the popular opinion is. So tracking, programmatic elements, hosting side of the business, anything that involves complicated acronyms.
Nice.
That's the only reason you'll do it, if it has the acronym.
It needs a complicated acronym, and I'm all there. Yeah, that's it.
Amazing. Speaking of acronyms,
PPC, that's how I started. Google Ads, Microsoft Advertising, Facebook Ads, that's kind of where I sort of sharpen my saw, if you like. And then over the years, I've done a lot more on the psychology side of things as well, so consumer behaviour, understanding customers and why they buy and stuff like that, and I'll try and bring all of that into the agency in terms of a strategic role.
Nice. Good stuff. Question number 3. How many years have you done it? I'm going to you, Pete.
So going back to PPC and Google Ads, almost to the start of it. So I think Google Ads started in 2000, and I started using it around about 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel old.
A couple of years.
Yeah. And it's changed massively in that time.
Yeah,
hugely. So unrecognisable from that first platform that I started using.
And Ian, over to you. How long have you been decoding?
Right. So I was first exposed to developer type stuff in 1996 when we launched the first edition of Barclays Bank.
Nice.
Internet banking, and even at the time it was quite incredible that it worked. But that was where I really thought this thing is quite interesting. So my career changed, and then 4 years later, 6 years later, to think back in 1996 that the internet would be in everybody's houses. I mean, people just didn't imagine that you couldn't visualise what the internet was going to be, but we had a pretty good understanding of it. You'd hope that we would. And so we knew it'd be exciting.
So basically we're a couple of dinosaurs in a young industry.
Quick fire question for you. What's your favourite tool at work?
Oh, new tool.
Either or.
And this is, very new. ChatGPT, I think.
Nice.
Controversial, but I think for the agencies that adapt and see it as a opportunity rather than a danger, then I think it's going to be amazing for improving efficiency in our agency, but obviously in kind of client businesses as well. We can add value by using that more to do the slightly more repetitive tasks.
Nice.
So, but aside from that, one that I've always used is Google Ads Editor, which is again quite a time saver.
Yeah.
So that's probably old school tool that I'm still using.
Yeah, nice. Ian, over to you.
It depends on what I'm doing at any one time.
Yeah.
I suppose from a business perspective, my favourite tool is our accounting software.
All right.
It keeps us under control and constant review of that. It's part of my job is to sort of keep us financially stable,
Yeah.
and that's a pretty key tool to running any business. So I would say, yeah, that's one of my favourites. But really, from a technical standpoint, it could be from any of tools. So there's no easy
I think you always
question
talk
for me,
about
really.
Google Tag Manager, don't
Yeah,
you?
Google Tag Manager and
fantastic.
Analytics from a tracking point. You're absolutely right,
Yeah.
Pete. Yeah, I mean, I wax lyrical about that because it's so flexible once you really get into how to use it, and also it really appeases my technical geekness and JavaScriptery, and you can get things done which really mean, it sounds cheesy, but it means a difference between the client knowing where they are and that tracking element. That's really, really key.
Nice. Okay, and then we've got our final quickfire question. Now, completely outside of work, start with you. What's your favourite hobby?
I think anybody that knows me well would know that I like riding bicycles, particularly road bikes, and I also like building bicycles. It's completely detached from what I do on a day-to-day basis, and I think that sort of that really satisfies my want to sort of create things as well from a mechanical way. So yeah, bikes. I love bicycles. Yeah, sorry for all the motorists, but I am actually a motorist. I am a motorist, and we have, cars as well. But yeah, the bicycle for me, I find it rewarding both from a mentally and physical point of view.
Pete?
Mine, probably the gym, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do the gym, 2-3 times a week. I have got into cycling, so Ian's
Twisted
sort
your
of got
arm.
me into cycling. So I do now go once a year over to Mallorca. I've got some friends that we go and cycle in the mountains in Mallorca. So that's I was going to say enjoyable, but it's enjoyable having a drink afterwards.
Testing.
It's a challenge.
You only do it once a year, so
So a bit of cycling, a bit of the gym. Fairly active, do a bit of climbing, stuff like that. So try and mix it up a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you very much, both.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much. We'll just do a quick sign off, and you're going to show us where you can find the link. If you just do that in front of the camera.
Yeah, just down here.
Link's down there. Thank you very much. Cheers.